am super excited to have Mick here with me today. Thank you so much for joining us. I recently heard about this cool loan product you have, and I know that it can help so many buyers. So I'm super excited to have you share a little bit more. Also, Mick is just an awesome lender. Bonus, he's from Ireland, so he has a super cool accent, but he provides a great service and he has access to some pretty cool products and more flexible stuff. So Mick, do you want to tell the people a little bit more about you?
Yeah, Jeff, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be doing this. My main goal right now is to get the word out on this program, because the more people that know about it, the more that are going to benefit from it, right? So, and by doing what we're doing right now, I think this is going to help get the word out there and get more people interested, and hopefully get my phone ringing and your phone ringing.
Absolutely. Sounds great.
So the program, so the program, if you want me to talk about the program a little bit.
Yeah, I'd love for you just to explain kind of how it's different from the normal conventional FHA, VA loans, and even the down payment assistance that's out there right now. So why is this one different?
So Cadence Bank, I'm on the mortgage side of things, but we're also a community bank. And as a community bank, we're required to have a CRA program. That's the Community Reinvestment Act. And our program just happens to be a really, really good one. We wanted to stand apart from our competition out there, and we wanted it to be a huge benefit for the customer. So we made it a 30-year fixed program with no down payment and no PMI.
Wow. So typically when people put down less than 20%, they have mortgage insurance. So a little extra fee in their monthly payments. Is that right?
That is correct. Yeah.
So really
on a conventional loan, that'll drop off at some point, but if they're going on an FHA loan and putting only 3.5% down, that PMI is going to be on their loan forever, for the life of the loan, until it's paid off.
Wow. So it definitely can save people on the down payment, but it can maybe even save people on their monthly payments as well. That's pretty cool.
Yes. In comparison, they'd have to go 10% down conventionally to have an equal payment. And here they've got no down payment at all.
Wow. That can really help people that are kind of waiting and saving up and paying high rent and who want to buy sooner than later. So can you explain a little bit more about why you're able to offer this product when a lot of typical lenders are not? I know you kind of just mentioned it, but yeah, a little bit more about how you keep them in-house.
Yeah. So we're a portfolio lender, and we're required to have the CRA program. Our bank wrote this program, so it's something that we offer only from our bank. There are some other banks out there that I've heard of that have similar programs, but my competition, the rates seem to be a little bit higher, which kind of doesn't really set them apart. So this has given me an edge, just, to have a program like this and have no down payments and to be competitive on the rates on a 30-year fix really goes a long way. But because we're that community bank, we have that program. I can offer that. When I talk to my other industry loan officers that I know, they cringe at the fact that I've got this program because they're jealous of it. It's a really good program.
Yeah, it is really cool. So what if buyers, really just want to know what it takes to buy a home? I know that there is a down payment typically and closing cost. What if they, just really don't have too much? What does it take to buy a home? What are closing costs typically like? Or what are some options if they want to minimize the cash to close?
So we do allow for seller paid closing costs up to 6%. Our closing costs on this program are usually a little bit less than another closing scenario for a conventional or an FHA loan. It is a CRA program, so we want to be competitive on rate and on fees. So our fees are typically a little bit lower. So if you have a contract and you've got the seller contributing 6%, the buyer could potentially look at doing a rate buy down to get a lower than par rate on the program. Or I've had clients at some point get earnest money back at the closing table because of the seller concessions.
That's amazing. And guys, realtors are able to negotiate that pretty easily today when we're making offers out there in the marketplace. So that just means if a house is $300,000, we could offer them $300,000 or lower and ask them to contribute toward our closing costs to really reduce the amount of money that you have to bring to the table. That's awesome. So what makes someone a good candidate for this loan? What does someone have to do to qualify? Who can do this?
So because of the Community Reinvestment Act program, we're going toward families that that don't have a home, that don't currently own a home. So if you own a home, you don't qualify. So if you're a first-time home buyer or you've recently sold a home, you're eligible. You're required to have at least a 640 credit score for the program. And then if your income is over 88,000 per year, you must be purchasing a home either in a low to moderate income area or a minority majority area. And those are areas per the census tract. The LMI area, there's no income limit on a home buyer. Doesn't matter how much money they make, they can qualify if they're buying in a low to moderate income area. And then the minority majority, the income cap for the Austin MSA is $220,000 a year. But most families that are applying looking for a zero down or low down payment mortgage generally don't make more than $220,000 a year.
Awesome. And will you send me that map so I can share it? I have seen it and it's pretty generous. There are a lot of areas included in this map, and I will be happy to share it. Awesome.
Yeah. So at the beginning of this year, the Austin area median income jumped from 99,000 up to 110,000.
Wow.
When that happened, our maps grew a little bit in the Austin area. So our coverage for eligibility in the Austin area is roughly between, I'd say 35 to 38% of the Austin area is eligible, with pockets everywhere. Most of the east side being eligible, but there's pockets in Leander and Cedar Park, in Pflugerville, Round Rock, Georgetown. And like I said, most east side of Austin is eligible.
Awesome. I can't wait to get some people over to you. It sounds so much better than literally anything I've heard of in many years. If, and you don't even have to be a doctor or a special part of the community. So, and I know we asked you this when we heard about it, but what's the catch?
There's not one. We did last year, our company, we did over 198 million on this program. So
wow.
We served a lot of families in our market. So that's a huge amount of loans. It's not a bait switch thing. We're not trying to get you in the door and then done something else. This is really a program that I do a lot of business on.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all the information. And if people have more questions, I will put your contact information below and send them your way. Thanks, Mick.
Excellent. Yeah. I'll have that map over to you right away. Thank you so much, Steph.
Thank you.